Hi there everybody, it's UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator Halsey here from SlimmandStylish.stampingup.net. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I'm playing with the two Tone Flora stamp set to create this cute little banner card. It's a really quick and simple card to make if you're ever stuck last minute for a card. So I'm using the two-tone Flora, but I'm going to be teaming it up with something fancy because there's no sentiments in the two-tone Flora stamp set. And I'm going to be using the largest stamp in the set. Now what you need are two colours that complement each other, a dark one and a light one. So I'm going to be using the Sweet Sorbet and I'm going to be using Petal Pink. I'm going to be using the Sweet Sorbet for the outline and the Petal Pink for the inside. So I'm just picking up the big outline. Now it's really up to you with this stamp set. I've seen it done both ways as to whether you put the inside to the paper first and then stamp the outline on top, or whether you do the outline to the paper first and then stamp the inside. I prefer the outline first. I find it easier to line up, but it's really up to you. It's personal preference. You can do it either way. So I'm stamping this 4 times and I'm not mirror imaging it, but I am sort of doing 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. And it's so easy to line up. You just look at the center part of the stamp and hopefully you can see on the top, there looks like little bubbles in the middle. And that's where you line up with the stem of the flower. Okay, so it's dead simple and easy. And you can see this is just like a very quick, pop it down, put it back up, and it's all coloured, but it's all textured as well. The shading in this, it really is a beautiful and simple stamp set. And it really makes these flowers pop and they look 3D. So I'm going to be using my blending brush here, and I'm just going to be adding a little bit of the Petal Pink along the inside. And I'm going to be putting my sentiment in the middle, so it doesn't really matter if I put the brush down a bit too heavy or create a mess in the middle. So that's where I'm starting, and then I'm working the colour out just to give it a bit of shading both up and down of where the sentiment will be and give the card a bit more detail. Once I've done that, I'm going to be adding my sentiment on. So as I said, I'm using the sentiment stamp set that does coordinate with this. They sort of come on the same page together in the catalogue, and it's really cute. It's something fancy, and it's got a mixture between sort of very clear font and like a scroll on some of the words, which I just think's lovely. So this is the one I'm using today, and this is Grateful for the Wonderful Magic of You. I love it. It's so cute. So I'm just going to be stamping this down on some scrap basic white that is the same length of the cardstock, and I'm stamping it in my memento and I'm popping it towards the middle, and then I'm going to chop it. I restamped this one, I forgot. I do all my videos in one day and then I sit down one evening and do all my voiceovers of an evening and can't always remember what I've done. But yes, I misstamped it the first time. I rocked the stamp and it didn't work out perfect, so I just did it again. So I've cut it off, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shape the edges of this just to give it a little bit more detail. So I'm going to come in with my snips. I've done it off camera, but what you do is you cut up the centre of the card and then you make the triangle. I've done this in about 1 million videos to make a flag, but you just snip in the centre and then you bring from corner into that snip, corner into that snip, and it creates the flag tail. So I'm sticking that then to the card base. And there we go. Pretty simple. I'm going to add this onto my card. So I keep a stash of thick basic white to the side of me. It's cut in half and scored in half already, so I'm just going to burnish it and add the front on before I add the embellishments. So the embellishments for this, I'm not doing many. I didn't want it to be blingy. I didn't want it to be gimmicky. So I'm just going to be using metallic enamel effects, which I love. Really am a big fan of these. They come in packs of 3. There's black, white and red. And I'm using the red one for this one just to keep in terms with the colour. And that's pretty much my finished card. Wasn't that quick and easy? I love this stamp set, really do. And here's the finished project. Thank you for joining me. I do hope that you enjoyed the video. Everything I've used today is available from SlimmandStylish.stampinup.net. If you did enjoy the video, please do drop me a like or leave me a comment. And if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe and come back for more content. I also have an Instagram page that I'm trying to grow at the same time. It's at SlimmandStylish, and every like or follow helps. Thanks everybody for joining me. I hope you have a lovely rest of the day. Bye.